speaker one is speaking from the Pathways Leadership Development Path. It's a level 3 elective called Deliver a Social Speech. It is a 3 to 4 minute speech called a Father's Day Appreciation Brunch. Throughout his childhood, Mr. Eric Gordon, father, has played a significant role in his life. After moving from the blazing racist state of Mississippi in 1969, his father George landed in Chicago and eventually made a home in Aurora in 1970. He endured many hardships, but not enough where he neglected his family duties. Today, Eric will give a praise speech at a Father's Day brunch for his level 3 delivery of social speeches. Be aware that some language used in this speech may be found offensive. Please welcome the man with the suit and tie, Mr. Eric Gordon.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, to all the Toastmasters, and to our guests. Again, as Calvin mentioned, this is a 3 to 4 minute speech, and there may be some language that may be a little bit touchy, but I think it's important and vital for this particular speech. So thank you so much for being here with us today on this sunny Saturday. At this particular event, I am now presented as a speaker at a Father's Day brunch. In 1968, my father was 17 years old. He was sitting in the cafe where he worked. In the cafeteria, he was sitting at a table by himself. Where he was working at was primarily white-owned, older white men in a blue-collar job. As he sat and he ate his lunch, he gets a 30-minute break, but within about 15 minutes of the break, 2 white men walk into the cafeteria. At that particular moment, he found out that Dr. Martin Luther King was murdered. And as the 2 white men walked in, they walked past him in conversation. And one of the gentlemen spoke to the other and said, "I am so glad that they got that coon." And my dad, being 17, in a very hot, blazing, racist state, all he could do was sit there and finish his lunch. When he left that place, he found himself in a quandary where he decided, I must leave here and make a better life for my future. By 1969, he packed up, he moved to Chicago. By 1970, he moved to Aurora. And in that move, he recognized that I must raise my sons to be very, very prominent and very logistically sound in something that's going to catapult them to a better life than what I had to endure. He worked at Caterpillar for 48 years of his life. Through the duration of that 48 years, I saw my father not only have to find himself doing other jobs to make more money, but he also found himself teaching me what it meant to be a man. And had it not been my father instilling in me the art of carpentry work, the art of roofing, plumbing, electrician work, I would not know many of the work ethics that I do today had it not been for him. And so today at this banquet hall, and at this moment in time, at this particular Father's Day brunch, I want to tell you that there is no other leader on this planet that means more to me than my father, George Andrew Gordon. He has raised me to be very focused, very insightful, and very direct in what I do in my life. And I give him all the credit for making the man that I am today through his efforts and his abilities and his transition from one location in 1969 to where we are today here in Aurora, Illinois. I present to you George Andrew Gordon. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric.